Republican primary.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I thought our defense was good tonight, which was good because we didn't shoot the ball very well, except from the three-point line. We didn't shoot the ball well. We had some breakdowns where we gave them cuts and things, but I'll say this, the stuff that they beat us on was stuff that I didn't do a good enough job preparing our guys for. The stuff that we worked on and talked about and wanted to do and spent our time on this morning, our guys had tremendous focus and did a great job. And as I said in the morning, then, you know, if you're going to come and double team Kobe and come and double team their bigs, then you're going to hope they miss some shots, and they did. We did not want them. The one thing we really focused on this morning is we did not want them to be able to play one-on-one in the post and on isolations. We didn't want that. So we knew we would give Kobe some jump shots coming off screens. We could have even double teamed those late, but we didn't want to do too much of that. But we were not going to leave our guys one-on-one on any of those three guys. You know, we did have to play Bynum one-on-one in the second half, but in the first half we were going to come on all of them and make them pass the ball, make other guys shoot the ball. We got lucky because those guys missed a lot of shots.
There were a couple times where Dwight gave the finger, he was twirling his finger, come through me.
Come back to me. Yeah. You know, that's fine. I usually do when he says that. Sometimes I say no, but, you know, the thing I like is if a guy asks for that, he knows he's got the responsibility of getting our team a good shot. Doesn't mean it'll go in every time, but, you know, you ask for the ball, don't make some screwed up play and force a shot or something like that, you know, and Dwight's been good with that. Look, he passed the ball again out of the post, I thought, very, very well today. So we just didn't, other than the three-pointers, I mean, we did not shoot the ball very well. A lot of that has to do with them. Their size is very difficult to overcome, and if you look at the numbers, we said it going in. I mean, this is one of the elite defensive teams in the league, and it's not surprising with their size and the way Mike emphasizes defense, it's not surprising.
Jameer got the lane over and over at 9 assists. He had set up a lot of open shots for himself.
Yeah, we ran everything through his high pick and rolls at the end, so and it was good to see him come through like that. We've done that in the past, and it was good to see him do that tonight. And then our guys stepped up and made some big shots. Like every time it was sort of getting away where they were making a run, it seemed like then we'd make a three. You know, JJ hit one, Ryan hit one in the corner, and we always kept them, you know, at double figures or more. So they made a little bit of a run, but not to where it was ever where they were really in the game.
What was Jameer doing differently tonight, and how much of an emphasis did you personally place on limiting his minutes?
No, I didn't. You know, he got in. His minutes would have been about the same. He's been anywhere 30 to 32. He set out the last couple minutes of the first half because he had 2 fouls, so that cost him a couple of minutes. And I actually brought him back in the second quarter a little later. So had it not been for the 2 early fouls, he probably would have been up around 32. So it wasn't. There was no thought of getting his minutes down below that. And I mean, I think 32 minutes is good for him. I don't think the 4 fewer minutes did a lot. But, you know, it's something to keep an eye on, but I don't think that wasn't my plan anyway.
Did he do anything differently?
Well, I thought he was a little more aggressive and he made better plays. And he made 3 threes. When you shoot the ball well, you know, everybody will say you're playing well. You know, it's a big part of the game. And, you know, when you're missing, even if you're doing all the right things and getting the same shots and missing, people don't think you're playing well.
And
So.
Did you sense that before or during the game that this was more than just a regular season game for Dwight?
No. I mean, look, this is no different than what he's been doing. You know, I mean, he had 21 points and 23 rebounds, but the other night he had 24 points and 25 rebounds against San Antonio on the 3rd night of 3 in a row. So,
Playing against Bynum,
I'm just saying, I don't think he played any differently than what he's. No, I don't. I don't think he's played any differently than what he's been playing. I mean, these are the kind of things he's been doing night in and night out. I mean, if he'd been averaging 12 and 7 and had 21 and 23, I'd say yeah, but we're sort of used to this now.
Did this game even prove a bit how much better he is than perhaps the second best center in the game?
You know, I think you have a hard time. Look, I think I said it today. I mean, when you're talking about who's the best at any position in the whole thing, you're not looking at one game. You're not looking at today. You're looking at a whole body of work, and no center in this league has anywhere near the body of work that Dwight has. I mean, there's other very good players. Andrew's a great player, but nobody has the body of work Dwight has. But it's not a one-game thing. So if those numbers had been reversed by chance, and Andrew had 21 and 23, and Dwight had a bad game, that means Andrew's a better center than he is? Not to me. Not to me. It's not one game. I mean, one game, I mean, a lot of things will happen, you know.
Happy with the way that Jay Rich came back after missing?
Yeah, I thought he was good, you know, and you know, played through the whole first quarter and got off to a good start. I didn't run a lot through him, sort of like last year when you got to play Kobe. You're using a lot of energy, and so I didn't go to him much at the other end, but he still ends up with double figures. Yeah, I thought he played well, you know, and that's as tough a matchup as you get. Not only is he a great player, but they're going to him literally every time down the floor, so it gets to be very, very difficult.
You know, I know you watch this every night, but it seems like Dwight never takes a play off. I mean, is that one of the things?
Okay, now I will say this. Tonight he took 2 or 3 off. And I asked him, he can tell you this, at the free throw line, and he tired. And he said, no, I'm good. I said, you look tired. You know, he took, Gasol got the lob. He didn't come to help on Morris's drive. And look, I'm not making this into a negative thing, but I think I played him 45 minutes. And he played 117 minutes in 3 straight nights before that. So he's played 162 minutes in 4 games over 5 nights. He got tired. I probably should have given him a rest. And when he got tired, he did take a couple of plays out. Now, having said that, his effort tonight was, again, off the charts. But yeah, he got tired, and that hurt us in one stretch. And he just looked at me and said, he put up his hand and he said, I'll pick it up. And he did.
I think he has like 104 rebounds the last 5 games. I mean, you talk about the way he's dominating the game on the boards.
You know, I mean, even last year when he didn't lead the league in rebounding, I've said this, you know, the numbers went the other way a little bit, but I mean, he's the best rebounder in the game and has been since I've been here at least. You know, I mean, he's incredible. He just goes up and gets it, and he gets ones in traffic, and he gets the ones you really need to have. So I mean, yeah, he's the best there is on the glass.
How many times do you think that you did that you kind of to pick it up, or he would say he'd pick it up? Can you?
No, I mean, I will occasionally with anybody, but you know, there's not a lot. Look, he's a hard playing guy, and he knows what we're doing, and generally, it's on something like this where he's really tired. You know, he doesn't want to come out, so he'll tell you he's not tired. But I'm looking; he was exhausted. And so we're going to take chances to rest, but then he just turns his mind the other way and gets the job done even tired. But quite honestly, I should have given him, when there was an opportunity, I didn't want to have Ryan and Glenn have to play Bynum. But when Bynum was out with fouls in the third, I could have gotten him some rest, and I didn't. Dwight's sort of like a security blanket for me. You know, it feels good when he's in there. I just feel like our chances are better. I don't know what that is. I don't know why. Maybe it's 23 rebounds and, you know, the whole thing. And so sometimes I don't give him enough rest. And this is the most. I mean, I usually try to give him 6 minutes in the first half. But I was sort of going on, even though I know he played a lot, I was sort of going on day off yesterday, day off tomorrow. Let's get a good day of work out of him today.
Is that what some people miss about him when they see the numbers, but they don't quite equate that to how long he's on the floor, how durable he is?
Oh, well, that's his thing. Look, and I think a lot of people have said it. I mean, especially when you're comparing he and Andrew, there's a lot of things you could compare. The biggest thing is Dwight's durability, you know. And I think when you talk about the great players in this league, you know, my brother used to say this when he was coaching a lot. He would always say to me about guys who were really good players but hurt a lot. He said, I don't care how smart you are or anything else, how many employers want a guy that doesn't show up for work 30% of the time? I mean, how valuable can that guy be no matter how smart he is? And so players who are hurt all the time, that's a big difference. I mean, Dwight's there every day, and he practices every day. You know, I gave him a day off practice a week ago, and that was just And I took him out. That was just strange. I mean, this isn't a guy, he never takes a day off. And, you know, put that on top of his talent. And I think that has a lot to do with why he's so special. He's there all the time. And good all the time.
In terms of energy, overall energy for your team, from start to finish, was this one of the best of
You
the
know, I
season?
thought our first half was excellent energy-wise. I thought in the second half, the energy was not good, but I also thought what happened is we hit that stretch in the third quarter where it was foul, 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 and the game just slowed down, and that's not what we wanted. I'd like to get our pace up. I am happy to see 14 fast break points. That's a little better, but I didn't think our energy in the second half was nearly what it was in the first half.